And we are live. Good morning, Crypto Warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 560. Today is Thursday, March 12th. I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay. And we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
10-ish. And today's top story is coronavirus travel bans crippling crypto. Overstock sued by shareholder over former CEO's $90 million exit. JP Morgan Chase settles in suit over credit card crypto purchases. See if you can say that 5 times straight. Credit card crypto purchases. Crypto exchange Kraken launches Forex trading for 9 currency pairs. Local Bitcoin seller charged after Undercover human trafficking scheme. Wow, a lot going on. But first and foremost, let's talk about these prices.
Oh yeah, so it is a crypto apocalypse.
Bang.
It's the end of crypto again, as we know it. Once again, we have calls for crypto to go to zero, and everything's over. It's dead. Right now, all of the markets look terrible, but Bitcoin is at $6,099, down 21%
in a day. In 24 hours.
Actually, it was a 15% crash in 1 hour.
Oh my God!
We saw a huge. We were talking about this last night. As soon as the news came out of the NBA canceling plans and Tom Hanks getting coronavirus, we knew all the markets were going to tank this morning. So we have Bitcoin down 21%, Ethereum down 27% at 139. Ripple at 16 cents, down 20%. Bcash, the biggest hit of today, at 176, down 33%. Woof. Litecoin at $35 is down 26%. EOS at $2.21 is down 24%. So shout out to Crypto Blood. I can definitely still scoop up some cheap EOS.
Yep, about to hop on that.
Yeah.
Before we get started, we're still talking price. The real question, all jokes aside, we know this is scary, people. This is crazy. I wasn't happy to see this either, especially as we started climbing. So what are we looking at here? How low can we go? Will this price stay? How long will this price stay suppressed? What are we seeing here?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think what we're seeing here is the initial shock that we've discussed already thousands of times, it seems like. We said that if there was an economic crisis, the initial shock would take down everything because people are going to panic. They're going to run to cash as a safe haven. The problem is we're starting to get reports yesterday that people are starting to go to banks to take out cash, and banks are starting to turn people away in the United States. Yes, the United States. This is happening. So what I'm telling people is the initial shock, yes, your flight to safety is cash. Then when you can't get out cash, well, what do you do then? So that's one of the biggest issues going on right now. And of course, with the crypto market being labeled as a store of value long term, that is not a correct term for this type of black swan event. This is something you can't predict, something that comes out of the blue. Yeah. And crypto is so young. Of course, it's not a seasoned investment like gold, but even gold got smacked today. Everything's
I was just about to go there.
So it doesn't really matter what you have. Everything's going down.
It doesn't matter. You're losing money. Unless you got a house, your money gone.
Take your short position and get ready, or you should have taken your short position a couple weeks ago. But yeah, everything is getting dumped right now. I would say sit back, relax, don't try and catch knives, and just keep accumulating. Honestly, if you think Bitcoin will be around long term, this is just another test.
And it's kind of one of those things. I'm glad you said keep accumulating. This could get scary. This could go as low as 4,000 people, 3,500. We just started. I know we were talking. You said maybe next month we might see a rebound. I'm hoping to see it before then, but who knows? But this again, use case. We talk about use cases right now, right? Everything's banned. Work's being canceled. California's shutting down different places. All this stuff is happening. People are inside their homes, right? What can you use your cash for inside your house? A bunch of fucking nothing, but getting dirty, but getting more coronavirus spit, right?
Rubbing it on you.
What can you use your gold for at your house? Nothing. But crypto you can actually still use as digital currency. This is why this is the future. And not only that, hey, I hate to be cryptic, no pun intended, but if you are at home with a hoard of cash and gold, I'm sure you're probably the same person who don't believe in guns either. So, my point is you're taking L's all year round, all right?
You take L's
If the coronavirus stays, you take an L. If the price of cash, fiat currency goes down, you take the L. If you're hoarding gold, you take an L. If you don't have a gun, you're about to take a big L, especially if they start to implement martial law or something. Again, that's not crypto talk. We're just out here saying. So these are all the things that kind of involve this space when people talk about not necessarily anti-government, but maybe other ways of governing ourselves, other ways of viewing financial monetary systems. But no, the mainstream and the majority always says nothing's going to happen to good old America. Nothing's going to happen to our financial system or our government. Yet, as we always say, we're just waiting on that black swan event. And to be honest, I'm still one of those people who are like the worst part of the coronavirus. They said the people who don't believe it. That's still me. I still don't even believe it, people. So, again, what can you do, right?
Yeah.
This is what it is.
Absolutely. And I think the fear is real, but honestly, it's
right.
The panic. The real pandemic is the panic.
Right.
The panic of coronavirus. So, yeah, we'll see exactly what goes on. Like I said, we got some NBA players, Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert. Got a little bit of the Rona.
Nobody who's staying in the set, though.
Yeah, exactly.
This is all, where they at? Were they in Utah? Where else? Colorado
Utah,
or something? Hey, look.
Yeah.
They caught mono last year, too, probably. I don't know.
I don't have nothing to do with that.
Exactly. What's going on, Tiffany for New York? Said, guys, not looking good. Sister Lockmo, hey. Tessa Hall, Mark Cooper, Bloodbath, James Doe, Cool Works. Let's see. Is it Mark Cooper says it's time to go in. See, here's my thing. I would almost say yes, but I think Bitcoin Zay is right in this moment.
Don't catch now.
Wait 72 hours.
Wait till we get some sideways movement.
I would say wait 72 hours to see. I think in the next 72 hours, going into this weekend, people, we always see the price of Bitcoin drop on the weekends anyway.
Yeah.
Anyways, so go ahead and let that thing plummet the next 72 hours. I think Sunday night, Sunday afternoon, that might be a good buy-in time for some coins.
Hey man, 3,500 might be a double.
You know what I'm saying?
Long-term double bottom. Because remember, 3,500 was the bottom.
Getting me excited right now.
Before and yeah, so I tell people all the time on a long-term time frame, we're still fine.
For those who know what's up. Anyway, let's see. James Doe said financial institutions pulling out money from crypto. P-Man Van. Yes, we're still alive. My fault, dog. Gervais Wright. Let's see who else we got. Let's see. James Doe, the corona has been around for 3 months. Did the U.S. not take it serious when it was first announced? Well, no, we still don't. We just know it can help swing elections, so we decided to take it serious.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get some of these stories. Coronavirus, travel bans crippling crypto again. Kind of already talked about it with the price, but as it says here, I mean, as traveling is starting to get banned in the countries, I know the U.S., we can't travel to Europe and stuff. Italy's being locked down and all this stuff is affecting the price. We kind of talked about. Is there anything else left to say on this one?
Oh yeah, yeah. So if you didn't know, every country but the UK and Europe you can't travel to, and of course, almost pretty much every blockchain conference has been either shut down or postponed. So yes, if you have been paying attention to any type of news, everything's been getting shut down. Hong Kong Blockchain Week, London Blockchain Week, DC Blockchain Summit, you name it, it's postponed. So nothing more really to say about that, but as you know, stay safe and stay away from conferences because it looks like some people are catching it.
And you know what? This goes back to, again, if you haven't seen it or even if you saw it, click on it again for that view, that John McAfee interview. He said this was going to happen. He was like, this is going to give the United States and other countries cause to ban travel, to implement martial law and all that good stuff. We are seeing that happen in different places.
Yep.
And I mean, hey, like you said, to me, the panic is the worst thing right now. The sheep mentality, everybody's panicking. For one, if you're a millennial, you really shouldn't be panicking unless you already got something wrong with your immune system. That's if anything, you should panic for your parents and your grandparents. But millennials and under, is not a lot of panic to be happening. So, yeah, I mean, this is an unfortunate event. Hopefully, we can get this thing figured out in the short term. It doesn't go on too long.
Oh, yeah.
All right, another news. Overstock is being sued by shareholder over former CEO's $90 million exit.
Right.
That's right. Online retailer Overstock is facing a lawsuit from shareholder John Murphy over former CEO Patrick Burns' abrupt departure from the company and offloading of $90 million worth of shares. According to Law 360, on March 11, Murphy is seeking records under Section 220 of Delaware General Corporation Law to examine potential violations of duty on the part of Overstock's directors in connection with Burns' actions. Dang, my man done built up a great company. He's doing good. He's like, you know what? I want to leave and go invest in something else. And you going to sue?
You gonna sue my man?
Oh, what's going on with this?
Oh, yeah. Well, in August 2019, if you don't know Patrick Byrne, he's the former e-commerce he's the former CEO of the e-commerce company Overstock. He left in 2018. He took his shares. He sold 5 million of them, and he fled to Indonesia. Sounds like a good retirement. $90 million for him. And
especially in Indonesia.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like 230 million.
Oh man,
and I ain't being funny. It is what it is.
I mean, he probably got a castle out
it
there.
Might be 400 million. I don't know. He might got an army over there.
Oh yeah, and the reason he left, he says that jurisdiction compromises a state without an extradition treaty with the United States. That's why he went to Indonesia. But I believe he stated, and we've also talked about this before, he did not want to be a part of assisting the deep state. He was one of the first people to introduce Bitcoin to his company, and I think they tried to give him that tap. They tried to give him the tap, and as soon as they tapped him, he tapped his. I
can just take my money and leave this country.
Now's the time, because I'm pretty sure he had a contingency plan that, hey, we're gonna make a lot of money from this. As soon as they try and say, hey, we're gonna take over, or we're gonna hostile, take over your company, or we're gonna change the way you do business, he probably was like, no, you're not. Give me my money and let's go. Now this guy's trying to sue him because he made a good decision. If you invest in stocks, if you invest in a company, this is always a possibility. And honestly, if you invest in a big company like Overstock, good luck suing them with their lawyers. So we'll see how it goes, but I don't think that much will come of it.
Yeah, James O said never heard of Overstock, but CEO. Overstock is a humongous company, huge company in my Trump voice. So very big deal. Like you said, this story is very important to me, and Patrick Byrne and all this is important. And he wasn't the same one who was involved with the Russian lady, was he? Because I know some. Okay, right. Like you said, I think he got a tap on the shoulder as well. He said, "I'm not playing your game." And people like him, I love seeing these stories because this is what not only the American government is not realizing, but Americans, the sheeple, aren't understanding either until stuff like coronavirus and it's too late. You can't tell people what to do.
Yeah.
Like your travel ban to Europe isn't real. You can't say, "Hey, you're not allowed to leave our country and go to Europe." All right, how about this? I pull all my money out the bank and then I leave the country and never come back.
Yeah.
Now you just lost. That's brain drain, people. At first, you hear all these people say, go live somewhere else then, go do something. Okay, fine. But when all the smart people and all the people with money actually go do that, and you're left here with no money and no one to actually run the structural or to upkeep the structural integrity of the government, you're going to be sitting on your ass. So when we lose people like Patrick Byrne, because of whatever reason, even though we kind of have an ideal, again, he was one of the first big companies in the crypto. When we lose people like this is a brain drain. This is a very bad thing. And I mean, this is something we should, try to fight against. We don't want to lose these type of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is very bad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, it looks like this suit's going through. We'll see what happens with it.
Right. Speaking of lawsuits, JP Morgan Chase settles in suit over credit card crypto purchases. Now, one story we forgot to actually mention because it wasn't an actual story in the news, but I received one of the emails for it, was Bank of America actually settled on this same suit about 4 or 5 months ago. I think 4 months tops, whatever. And the reason why I kept forgetting to bring it up is because I think this lawsuit only gave everyone back like $130, $150. I mean, it was all Equifax all over again. Yeah. And I'm not about to go through hoops to figure that out. But it looks like the 6th largest bank worldwide, JP Morgan Chase Bank, has settled a lawsuit over the same thing, unannounced changes made to the fee structure applied to cryptocurrency purchases made using its credit cards in 2018. The details of the settlement have not been disclosed. What's going on with this story?
Oh, man, it sucks. It looks like 3 guys here. Brady Tucker, Ryan Hilton, and Stanton Smith. They are all going to sue because of the credit card purchases from JP Morgan, where they said that the fee structure changed without warning. If you know anything about buying crypto with credit cards, if you buy crypto with a credit card and you want to pay it off later, then usually you should be able to do that process easily. However, when the banks found out, they were saying, hey, let's bump these fees up, let's charge them, and then even if we have to give the money back, we can hold it for 30 days or whatnot. So these plaintiffs, they are seeking $1 million in damages because of the purchases that they made and the fees that were put upon them, and it's JP Morgan. So what do you think is going to happen? Of course, they're going to do some sneaky stuff, and then they'll probably just pay them off, get it done, and then they'll be done with it. So honestly, I think this, like they said, they settled this lawsuit, and I don't think it would have went far anyway, because JP Morgan doesn't go to court. They they figure out what the problem is. How much you want, man?
Yeah, how much money?
You want $10 million? All right, we'll give you 5 and get the hell out of my face. All right. Because you're not getting much more than that. So JP Morgan Chase settled that suit, and this has been a long time coming. It was 2018.
2018.
So, yeah. So.
Well, real quick, my cousin Vinny says having really bullish. Yes, because basically of supply and demand. So people are thinking it will be bullish. Yeah, I mean, this thing with JP Morgan and how they're doing unfair credit card practice. Listen, people, we on this show have been trying to give you the guide to freedom, like actual real freedom, to where the only way someone else can take it is to come grab you or kill you, okay? Like, a part of that freedom, JP Morgan Chase is a big part of that, Bank of America. All these people you owe loans to or credit card debt, even though student loans, everybody, it's hilarious to me. Everybody worries about student loans. I have a solution for all your problems.
Yeah.
Don't pay them.
Yeah.
You see how crazy it gets when coronavirus goes? Listen, don't pay it.
Yeah.
Well, my credit score, so what?
Oh, yeah.
Save your cash.
You're not even going anywhere to get anything with credit right now.
Listen, what you about to buy a house?
Yeah, what you about to buy a house?
You about to buy a nice car? Look, your credit can't get you anything anyway, people, but more loans. So if you're in the hole right now, forget it for right now. Yeah. That credit score is going to drop to zero, but I will guarantee you one thing. If you can accumulate liquidity, you have cash, even the credit card companies, let's say you owe $50K back to them. They're going to say, hey, give us $20K. We'll restore everything. We'll call it a day. All right, we'll take something rather than nothing.
Anarchy.
Stop worrying.
Stop worrying about it.
I mean, for real, it's crazy. People worry about someone. Oh, do I have to pay taxes on my crypto? Do I have to do this? Do I have to do that? Oh, yeah, coronavirus might kill you. Yeah. Taxes on crypto don't seem that much important anymore, do they?
Exactly. And like we said about crypto, it's funny. People are like, so what happens if it's a zombie apocalypse? Right. You're watching it right now. Who cares?
Right.
I'm trying to find food, water, shelter, guns. Not really worried about that. And James, though, your credit score is not your have money rating.
Right. Exactly. People don't understand that. People
you can have an 800 credit score and not have $800 in the bank. So
exactly.
It's just one of those things where if you have liquid cash, cash is king right now.
But I'm serious. This coronavirus should be a good example of why these things do not matter, people. You worry about so much stuff other people tell you, which are derivatives on derivatives of markets. You forget about the basic things of life. Yeah. So right now, we're not fielding any more tax for crypto questions. We're not fielding any more debt questions. Just forget it.
Yeah. Get over it.
All right. Talking about a U-turn here. Crypto exchange Kraken. Let me say that one more time. Crypto exchange Kraken launches Forex trading for 9 currency pairs. Ooh. Oh my goodness, the CCN of exchanges. Hey, crypto go down, we out.
Oh yeah, exactly. As soon as they see a little dip, it's like, all right, you know what? We need to expand our portfolio.
What is Kraken doing here?
Oh yeah. The exchange offers trading pairs of USD, GBP, the euro and the US dollar, and then the euro and the Japan yen, and the fees will be competitive based upon those stable coins when traded against cryptocurrencies. Margin trading will not be offered, but it is available for crypto, so they won't have Forex margin trading.
That would have got crazy.
But it is kind of Forex spot trading, and Kraken's platform. I haven't used it in a while because last time I did, it was a little bit trash. But hopefully it's gotten better, and hopefully their Forex trading can take off. However, it is weird that they did an about face as the market turns. I feel like they were sitting on this news until the market turn, just so they can keep customers coming in, because hey, a lot of companies are grasping for straws right now, trying to figure out how to keep profit.
Speaking of Kraken exchanges, excuse me, something else very interesting we're also about to see that we haven't covered yet. We are about to see something we love seeing in cryptocurrency, and that's exchanges being tested. Yeah. Do you have everyone crypto that you say? Because I am very sure people are about to start pulling it out. Yep. And if you cannot give everyone their crypto, if you don't have the support to handle the request, if you don't have the support to handle the trading request, long story short, people, we are about to see a couple exchanges go down. Yep. It's as simple as that.
Fractional reserve exchanges.
And Kraken might have been the first. They might have been the first, like, if we don't do something to pull some more money in ASAP and people start to liquidate, do Forex. All right, put the Forex out, whatever.
But they're gonna Homer Simpson right up out the crypto picture, right into the bushes.
But seriously, I would pay attention to this again. Let's not forget, even though the price was slightly pumping, a lot of people are still in the in the red from losing all the money at the beginning of 2018 when the price dropped from 20K to 3,000 basically over a year. So we still, to this point, at $6,000, been in a 3-year bear cycle. So we are not out the woods yet. And with all that being said, continue to see companies go out of business. It's unfortunate, but a lot of companies were finally getting back on their feet. You saw Consensus Partners, Steam went over to Tron. All this stuff happens, right? And then this happens. Yep. Companies are about to get wiped off of the crypto space. YouTubers are about to be wiped off, and may the strong survive. You know what I'm saying? We in here, baby. Every day, baby. Monday through Friday, all right?
Monday through Friday, baby.
All right, last story. Local Bitcoin seller charged after undercover human trafficking scheme. Ugh. What in the world?
Oh man! So Washington State resident has been charged with money laundering after selling Bitcoin for $140,000 in cash to undercover agents. Kenneth Warren Rule met with agents from Homeland Security on numerous occasions between April and December 2018 at Starbucks cafes. Usually, if you trade peer-to-peer with local Bitcoins, people meet at cafes. I've always said, if you're gonna do it, meet at a bank or meet at a police station. Right. Those are the two most secure places.
You ain't doing nothing illegal, right?
You ain't doing nothing illegal. So
right.
Let's meet here. It's nothing funnier than buying or selling Bitcoin in the middle of a bank lobby, and they're just like, "Why are these?" Yeah, it's just hilarious. But those are the two most protected places I can think of just for your security. But it states here, Special Agent Victor Morales from the DEA stated Rule conducted these transactions even after the undercover agent explained that at least a portion of the cash involved represented proceeds of human trafficking.
That's kind of entrapment. Okay, so I thought Rule was the one who was doing it.
Every one of these cases.
Here we go.
Every one of these cases is.
Here we go again.
Entrapment.
Honestly,
entrapment. I mean, they always have to throw that in there because if you're working undercover and they're just selling Bitcoin, technically you haven't done anything illegal. You just sold them software or you just gave them private keys, which is not even on the list of things that you can tax. Even though they try to say it's an asset. When you sell it directly peer to peer, you are literally that they have nothing. The government has nothing to do with that. But if they throw in there, this was used for drugs, they got somebody that way. Hey, this is used for human trafficking. This guy. So if you sell Bitcoin and somebody throws that out to you, they're a narc. Just walk away and because usually a regular person wouldn't be like, hey, this is, by the way, it's human trafficking.
Yeah, who does that?
Who does that? Yeah. So yes, this guy's facing up to 20 years because of that, and unfortunately for him, he has done some wrong in the past, so they can kind of smear his name.
Well, and whatever. And that's one of the things where just looking at this story, as you said, it's entrapment. I mean, the agents are over here. Look, I know we said we have 40,000, but I got 30 and 2 chicks for you. Like, what happened? I had to do the joke, people. Yeah. And seriously, we all support. We support the empowerment of women here. We talked about Hawk for almost a few months straight when the Crypto Marathon was basically donating to the women's shelter down there in Houston. Yeah. So we're definitely not for prostitution or anything like that. But the bottom line is this is one of these things where you get angry at if it's right in front of your face all of a sudden. If you look at not just our government, the United States, every government out there, and where all the cash goes and comes from people, it is some very bad things. All right, it's that simple. So again, for us, and this is my beef with stuff like this, for taxpayers to be using tax-paying money, to be funding these hall monitors with guns out in the streets running wild right now, the DEA, and they're arresting people by buying Bitcoin for them while telling them the cash they used was for prostitution. Like, that ain't none of my business, dog. Yeah, I'm in the Bitcoin cash business. I'm not in the where did you get your money from business. So
take all that freaky stuff somewhere else.
Like, really, is that what we're doing here? And if that is what we're doing here, you're telling me that if I look at every single human being that works for the DEA, not one person will be doing anything criminal. Yeah. And if that one person is doing something criminal, should we shut down the entire DEA because of that? Should we go after everybody? No. This is, again, waste, fraud, and abuse is what we call this in the military. You're wasting taxpayer money. This is fraudulent accusations, and it's abuse of your power. It's waste, fraud, and abuse. We're seeing this too much in the American government. Yep. And again, quoting McAfee again, like, this is what the coronavirus is about, is giving them this oversight. Now, again, while I say all that, the government can say, well, hey, did you know he already killed 100 people? We couldn't put him on that, so we got him with this Bitcoin thing. Hey, you need to figure out how to get him on that.
You need to get him on that, yeah.
And last but not least, what I will say is, and this is the good part of this story, again, good old-fashioned police work works, people. When you want to catch criminals in Bitcoin, they don't need to look at exchanges. They don't need your blood ID or your social security. No, they can just do good old police work like they did here and entrap somebody. So I think that's important to point out because they always say only criminals use crypto and they can't find it and they need all these, no, they don't. They can find people. Crypto's very transparent and traceable, and that's the reason why everybody's using it. Again, crazy week. Looks like it's going to be a crazy week ahead of us. And hopefully, like we said, hopefully that price, does drop a little bit more so we can get in on low.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, who knows how low it can go, but we'll be watching.
Yeah, we will be watching. Last couple of quick comments. What's up, Ryan Cooper, Leroy Forbes? My cousin Vinny said this is why I got everything off exchanges as soon as possible. Ryan Cooper said don't meet in that dark alley to trade Bitcoin. Cops going to share that Bitcoin amongst each other. I wouldn't doubt it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. James Doe said American bombs save lives worldwide. You already know it.
Mm-hmm.
your license plate light is out. Hilarious.
Yeah, every little small thing they can get you. Yeah.
Seriously, people, stay safe. We're going to attempt to have this show tomorrow. I know Bitcoin Zay's traveling.
I'll be on the road.
Zay will be on the road. I may be going back to Detroit next week or two as well, depending on what's going on in this travel ban. But, of course, I'm in L.A. trying to stuff the bag as much as possible. Until then, let's hope for this price to drop until Sunday. I'm hoping to see a 4,000, 35, 30,
if I can get
3,700, 3,500 on Friday. Listen, if you know me, I might be calling you up. I know it's some tough times. Give me the money.
Yeah.
Give me the money and let me do my work, all right?
Buy the Bitcoin. Don't ask questions because we've been here before.
We got you.
This is my third bear market, and this one has probably been the most enjoyable simply because we could get way back higher from this point. So
this is a good sign right now. All right, other than that, that's the show today. We got to run. You all have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.
Cheers.